he declares as they start to lower you down. From your shoulder, Yan murmurs, I forgot the voice that I had for Yan. We're in trouble now. He shivers. You hit the floor with a thud and peer into the darkness. Your eyes can make out nothing, but a slight breeze suggests endless space in all directions. I have no food, I just noticed. Whoops. You are blind, helpless, trapped. Something clatters to your feet from above. One of the sphinx shouts something down to you. Feel around on the ground. You crouch down and feel around your feet until your hand closes on the base of something. You pick it up. It's a dry wood torch. Something else falls from above and strikes you on the head. Tinderbox, calls the voice. Feel around for the to curse whoever hits you. Rubbing the bruise on your head, you reach down and find the tinderbox. It's like the torch. I'm not going to curse anyone. They're my friends who kidnapped me. You strike a light and the torch blazes into flame. Continue. Below. Oh. Wait, still nothing? Seriously? How is that not working? What's going on there? We got it working before. Toggle full screen? Toggle full screen. This is so weird. Oh! Does it work now? Sorry about this. Okay, thank God. Oh my God. Why is everything such a chore? Okay, you can see now. Well, it's kind of like, it was thematic, right? Because in the game, I was down in darkness and I couldn't see anything. And you too were in darkness and couldn't see anything. So I was actually, just trying to make it a little bit more immersive. Hey there, Sophie the Bookworm, and Anokisto, and Komian _ and Pianoli, and I didn't say hello to everyone. William Fu Hustle? Who else? Tarbinler. Yes. Okay, you can see now you're in a large cavern, wide and deep. At the far end, passageways disappear to the left and right. Through an uneven rockfall at the far end of the cavern, you hear a murmur. 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 You clamber over the rocks at the edge of the cavern to investigate the sound. It is a whimpering coming from the other side of the pile of stones. The Sven girl, perhaps? She came in this way, but then the cave-in blocked off her path. You'll have to find another way to reach her. Let's go left, because I'm left-handed. You go left and creep slowly into the darkness, ears straining for the sound of approaching threat, but all you can hear is Jan's quiet whimpering. The passageway slopes down a short way, and then ends in a T-junction. 2 stones are stacked on top of one another against the wall here. Let's examine the stones. Well, I'm glad that my streams are more exciting than your work. You'd hope that that's the case. There's nothing special about the 2 stones except that they happen to be on top of one another. Wow, okay, well, let's go left again. Oh, you got back from being tested for COVID? Feels a bit surreal. Oh, you had symptoms? Is that why you went for testing, or was it part of your job, or? Oh, you're glad I'm streaming? Happy to be streaming. You take the left passage. The tunnel twists and bends sharply as if carved by a river now long since dried away. You lose all sense of which way is which, except to keep going forward where the tunnel splits. There's a stacked pair of stones here as well. Well, obviously the stacked pair of stones must be significant after all. You slip through the opening in the left wall. The going is suddenly more difficult, and you realize that the tunnel is climbing at quite a sharp gradient. Little stones rattle and roll downwards into the dark. At the highest point, the passage you are following finishes at another fork. As you enter, 2 stones roll away down the slope. Well, let's go left again. You go left. The cave wall's crushing close as though the rock is squeezing you to death. Symptoms, unfortunately. Oh dear. Have you had a test for vitamin D? Don't take this verbatim or quote me on this, but I was reading about a study which was showing a correlation between lower rates of severe symptoms and okay vitamin D. Well, actually, no. Higher, worse symptoms with severe vitamin D deficiency. So even if you have a low vitamin D deficiency, I don't think it's a problem, but I think as long as you're not you know, completely off with vitamin D, you will probably, you know, get away with less symptoms than you might have had otherwise, is my understanding based on this study. I'm always going to go left. The cave walls crushing close as if the rock is squeezing you to death. Your shoulders rub against the walls. When you feel certain you can go no further, the path you were creeping through forks again. Another pair of stones are stacked in one corner. Oh no, it's completely fine. If that's something that's been bothering you, like, of course you'd be worried. Like, we hear a lot of the severe cases of COVID, and it's scary if you've got symptoms. Like, chances are, you know, you will be okay, but I can understand, you know, the anxiety involved with that. Anyway, you take the... Oh, yes, I found her! You take the left passageway. You follow the passageway when you hear an echoing of whimpering coming up the corridor. Your torchlight falls across a frail shape. Hiding in the shadows is a young Svin girl, stacking stones into hundreds of little towers. Look for traps. Wait, what? Oh. Uh-oh. You run the torchlight along the walls of the cavern. No switches or triggers that you can see. The girl watches you with silent fear, and then the torchlight falls on a deep scratch in the rock, a claw mark. Suddenly there's a loud roaring from the mouth of this short cavern. Roar! The walls begin to shake and crumble. The Svin's stone towers topple and shatter. Scatter! To one side, a gap in the rubble begins to open, letting through a mean shaft of light. But before you can head for it, the roaring sound is joined by a scream from the Svin girl. You turn slowly and peer into the gloom back along the tunnel. Is there something moving? Something coming closer? Perhaps the roaring is the wind rushing through the tunnels. Oh yeah, I can imagine, like, the nose thing. My mother was, like, right in the early stages, kept saying, oh, I think I've got COVID, I need to go get tested. Oh, why won't they let us get tested? And then she found out they put a thing down your nose, and now all of a sudden she's like, oh, I don't want to get tested. So yeah, it seems like it would be quite uncomfortable. Something is coming, let's run all around it and then see. Oh, it's adorable! Look at that! You hear the scrabbling sound of claws on rock, and the exit from the tunnel is blocked by a dark and looming shape. A manticore, huge, terrible. It stands between you and the light and howls in bloody rage. Let's look at the creature. The manticore is a foul hybrid created by the evil sorcerers of old and steeped in bitter self-hatred. That's so sad. It has a lion's body and the tail of a scorpion, but his face is that of an old man, and his thoughts are cruel and resentful. As it sees you, it rears back, flapping two enormous wings on its back. Let's use some magic, shall we? You begin to ready a spell when Yan tugs at your arm. You can't, he hisses. I told you can't do magic when I'm around. Cursing him, you try to think of other options and fast. You have no other choices. You draw your sword and close on the beast, eyes focused tightly on the terrible sting. I've forgotten how to do battle. Katta! Whoa! Okay! Yes, I won! Okay, I think we're both going to defend here. Uh-oh. Oof.
Stop and
Oh! Yay! I got an emote! Thank you so much, Dumby, for subscribing at tier 2. I'm so glad you like the emote enough that you keep subscribing to tier 2. It's completely optional, but I really appreciate it. Thank you. 14 months, eh? Wow. Thanks for the pride paint, Dumby! Okay, so wherever you move into a defensive crouch, the manticore stays low and tries to ram you. For a moment, it is close enough to smell its warm, fetid breath. The beast growls at you. The walls shiver with its fury. The Svin girl edges nearer, as if thinking of scratching the creature with her claws. It's scared, she whispers to you. You might not believe me, but you've scared it. Katta! In the darkness of the cave, it is hard to read the monster's intentions, but you cannot wait forever. Standing firm, you swing a mighty stroke against the monster, catching the manticore a light blow. It curses you in an almost human tongue. Oh! Oh dear, we're probably gonna die. The manticore moves quickly and strikes so fast with his scorpion sting that you can barely see it move and have only one single heartbeat to evade. You defend yourself as best you can. You are gasping for the breath. The creature's relentless assault, its sheer rage is almost too much for you to take. The manticore chomps and grinds its teeth, its expression an ugly frown. The manticore laughs at you with an expression like a human expression of twisted joy. Hey there, Pangolus! You risk an attack. Dropping your weight, you chop a heavy swing at the vile beast, slipping a light strike past the manticore's outstretched claws. It is injured and angry. We're definitely gonna die here. What? Oh. Kato! His tail begins to leak a foul-smelling green ooze, so it's halfway dead, and I'm most of the way dead. Let's defend here. You sense the creature getting angry and move quickly into a crouch. The manticore whips out with its terrible sting, but you leap aside to safety. You swing your arm and refresh your stance. The creature stretches its enormous jaws and roars! Okay, let's try this. Yeah. You must kill this creature. Standing firm, you swing a fearsome stroke against the monster, landing a quick jab past the manticore's tail. The creature crashes against one wall. Rock dust pours onto its back, but as it tries to shake itself, it stumbles. You can hardly dare to hope. The foul beast is weakening, and so am I. Eek! Oh, okay, I'm dead. Let's try again. Okay, defend first. Ha! Yes, that's much better. So that's all your strength. Wait, you did like 5 something last time. Okay, good. There we go. And now I defend! Oh. Well. And now I defend! Okay, so. Now we go forward again. Okay, yes, we're defending. And now, there we go. Okay, so let's just keep going back and forth between that, I think. Oh no. Whoops, okay. Well, you're definitely gonna defend this next time. Then I defend. Hey there, IVNF! How's it going? I'm trying to beat a manticore. Don't really need to hit that hard, I think. But, oh well. Oh gosh, it's a race against time, isn't it? Go for its throat! Yes! Throat! Alright. Yes. Ah! I don't know why I need to hit that hard, honestly. Shit. Yeah, I'm probably gonna die now. Yeah. Okay, we'll try again. This game is not new, I don't think. I think it's a few years old, and it's based off, like, old 1980s, like, choose-your-own-adventure games. So, yeah, it's certainly fun. I've always been a fan of those games. Haha! Okay, now I defend again. Or do I? Haha! There we go, and now I defend. Actually, no, I'll just hit again. Excellent. Okay, and now I defend. That was clever of me, wasn't it? Nice. Okay, we're doing much better this time. Okay. I'm probably expending a lot more energy than I need to. But that's okay. That's alright. What do you want Kav to play next with the itch bundle done? Oh, that's a good thingy. Poll. Let's make sure that we're doing 5. There we go. I'll cut you down like an old tree. Oh, would you mind reading the combat stuff aloud? Okay, sure. I'm just skipping through it this time because we already did this fight once and lost. But like definitely like the first time I read through, like the first time we reach this content, I will. Whoops. Uh-oh. Well, I'm probably gonna die. Okay, maybe not. Yay! 10 stamina lost. Rough going. You try something. Standing firm, you swing a fearsome stroke against the monster. Your sword blade seems almost to be possessed. It finds its way past the manticore's sweeping claws, through its thick hide and down into its ancient, cruel heart. For a moment it howls loud enough to make the walls shake, and then everything falls very quiet. Continue. The only noise in the chamber is the hammering of your heart and the quiet breathing of the Sven girl. Then the mini-mite breaks out into a loud cheer, whooping and punching the air. You bow to him. Thank you, the Sven girl murmurs, then tugging at your arm. This way. She leads you towards the light. Through a gap in the rocks to the pool of sunlight in the first cavern. No decision is permanent. Click the rewind button at any time if you want to scroll back and try a different path. No, we want to escape! Freedom! You wave the torch open to attract attention. Tell the girl to call up. Girl, call to your father. The Sven child nods mutely, then bawls at the top of her lungs. Proseus, I'm here! Then something drops down, a rope with a basket on the end. Get in together! The chief calls from above. We'll pull you both up. Well, why don't we get in together? Let's both get in. You step into the basket and help the girl to clamber in with you. Ready! The Svens above begin to haul. The rope stretches and grows taut, but the basket doesn't move. The rope starts to make a squealing noise and the basket lifts a finger width off the floor. Lift the girl out of the basket. Get out and let the girl go first. Uh-oh. Well, I'm probably not going to get my friends get out. You step out of the basket and call up, haul away! The Svens give a great cry and begin to pull again, and this time the basket starts to slowly rise, spinning as it goes. The girl waves to you as she disappears up into the sunlight. Then she's gone. Wait. A minute passes, nothing. Call up. Oh my god. Throw down the rope, nothing. The tunnel echoes very quietly, a noise from the depths. Perhaps the manticore is not alone. Let's start to climb, shall we? What? But they were my friends! Oi! They have abandoned you, left you to your fate. I should have gone up first. Disagreeable creatures. Their promises of gifts and rewards were all hollow. Setting down the torch, you begin to try and scale the... Do you think they're making them do that because they're like orc people? Because that's unfair. Like, that's racist. You begin to try and scale the rocky walls. It's a long and difficult climb and you are tired. You cannot expect to make it, but you have no choice. But then a shadow falls across the entrance. Are they sealing it up? No! No, something falls. The rope and the blanket. You clamber quickly in and they haul you up. Above ground, the chief himself helps you out onto the grass. His daughter is with him, clutching his hand. My daughter tells you fight bravely, he says. For that I am grateful. Sorry, I'm not going to do the racist talk. I invite you back with us. Back to Torapani. Will you come? Of course! Yay! Let's go back and recover. A little generosity cannot hurt you. You know, I will come. As you enter the village, it erupts into celebration. Yay! You are given a place to stay and recuperate from your long journey. Oh, I got all my stamina healed again. A visit to the healing priest treats your wounds, and when you emerge, it is to find the village, before so somber and silent, now in full life. Flowers are tied to every rooftop, and bands of svins are playing music on long, strangely shaped lyres. You are whisked away into the dance by Perseus' daughter, before the chief can welcome you to the feast. The night is glorious! That night you sleep heavily and rise the next morning to continue your journey. The chief meets you before you go. My good friend, he declares, you have saved us. He presses 2 gifts into your hands, a pouch of 10 gold pieces, a fortune for a place like this, and a key. This opens the South City gate of Kare, he tells you. I hope it is of use. Time to go. You take it. No, I want to buy some rations. I'm really hungry. You take your leave. The path winds away from Torpani, and soon you are on a downward slope away from the Shamutanti hills through stepped rice fields. As you walk, you feel for the first time the loneliness of the path ahead. Though Kare is a busy city, it is cruel, and beyond Kare there is nothing but the vicious wasteland. You will have no one to trust in the eyes in the days ahead. What's my quest? I can't remember. For a brief moment, up on the hills above the path, you fancy you see a figure stealing its way along by some high and secret route. A figure all in black. But when you shade your eyes against the sun, whatever was there has disappeared. In the distance rises the wall of a great city, the first true stonework you have seen since you left home. From your shoulder, you feel Yan hop away into the air. I didn't mind the manticore, he hisses. But this place I'm afraid of. Take care, you'll need it. Really? He just buzzes off? And he buzzes away into the sky and is gone. Really? You wonder if you will ever see him again. Oi! Ass. Let's go the long way. There we go. Can you find more spells? What? Wait, what's happening? What's happening? Is this a new map? What's going on here? Why are we zooming out? Is it the end of the game? Should I be seeing some credits or something? Enter. Oh, whoops! Oh shit! What did it say? It said something. The adventure continues. Okay, yeah, I completely missed that. I think it's like. So I need to. But I am like I've got 1 and 2. So can I not just continue on? Like, no, I did it. Maybe go back to the. Let's quit. Exit the game. I've got parts 1 and 2. Steve Jackson's Sorcery parts 1 and 2. Let me open that up. Yeah? I'm here. Okay, I'm gonna look up quickly. Sorcery part 2, how to access. Oh dear. Walk. No. Sorcery. How to open part 2. I'm just seeing a bunch of Oi! Just a bunch of walkthroughs. How do I have purchased this with my money. How dare you do this to me? Steve Jackson's Sorcery. I don't want to reset to the pro